because you won't be able to hear it during Tails' actual level, because Tails skips straight to the snowboarding section in Ice Cap, which is pretty cool. You know? To be fair, you completely break the first half of the section if you skipped if you started at the first section, because you could just fly all the way up. But I still would have liked, you know, to been able to played those sections. Oh well though. So we're gonna go in here right before we hit the ladder. I'm gonna press that button and see what Tails says, because I'm actually kind of curious.
This area sure has changed after they built this station. This area.
This area. Hello? What? Okay! I've never seen that before. I've played this game like so many times. I've never ever had that happen before. That's hilarious. Oh. So yeah, now we're racing Sonic to the Chaos Emeralds, but we're in the snowboarding section. I can't really remember if I explained the controls too much on this before, but you pretty much, it's just moving and jumping. And you can do tricks when you hit the orange ramps. The snowboard automatically moves forward for you, and the controls actually feel pretty good. It's a little bit more stiffer than your typical movement controls in this game, but it's not the type of stiff that makes it feel like bad controls, you know? It balances out pretty well with the fact that you're constantly moving forward. I love this song so much. It fits the atmosphere of this level so much. You do always have an avalanche chasing you. I have no idea if that can actually hurt you though, because I've never been hit by it. Because as I said, you're constantly moving forward, so you don't really have a reason to get hit by it, unless you like hit yourself into a wall and just get stuck for ages. But you'd probably have to do that on purpose. You made it! Hey, hey, hey! Alright, Tails! Sonic really cheers Tails on in these sections. It's pretty awesome that, you know, you're able to outspeed Sonic in these sections as well. It shows that Tails can catch up with Sonic, and he doesn't always have to be the slowest thing alive, you know? And I really, really want him to go back to his gameplay style for Tails. It doesn't have to be racing Sonic, but just have Tails play like this. It's so much fun in this game, and it pains me that this is the funnest he gets in the whole series, you know?
This area sure has changed after they built this station.
It sure has, Tails, it sure has. And now, of course, we're going to be fighting Knuckles next. Now, something you may actually notice. What's up? Is the characters have their equipment with them already, even though at this point in the game they don't have the equipment. So, like, Knuckles has those gloves, but he didn't have them at that point in the game. Basically, the game saves what items you pick up, and it...
This area sure has changed.
Tails, what do you think of this boss fight?
Oh no. Give it. Oh no.
Whoa! Oh no!
That sounded like it hurt.
And they're all mine.
And of course, we're also going to be fighting Chaos for the third time. Well, this form of Chaos for the third time, which I believe is Chaos 4.
You know that.
Tails has an easier time with it because not only can he fly, but you don't have to hit him as many times. So I guess there's that.
All I did was wait for you to bring it to me.
What the heck is he talking about anyway?
Don't you realize when you've been tricked? Tricked? No one makes a fool out of me. Way to go, knucklehead.
I feel like that dialogue fit the scene a bit better than it did for the other two stories.
I summon chaos. Come forth.
I summon Chaos in attack mode. I summon Knuckles in idiot mode. Blah blah blah, attack mode, blah 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 blah, idiot mode, blah. I fuse Chaos with Chaos Emeralds to form my ultimate weapon with polymerization. Chaos 4.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this fast!
Once again, we're fighting this boss. This is probably my least favourite boss in the game. Only because you have to fight it 3 times. I was going to say 4 times, but you don't. That's the number of the boss. And yeah, you can fly and it still counts as like part of your hitbox as well, which is pretty cool. In the classic games, Tails' Tails did always hurt enemies, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't think it always hurts though when you're flying though, because I could have sworn that you didn't take damage like when you're in fly mode. So I'm going to try and be in ball mode just in case, because I don't really want to get hit and play reckless, you know. Now, in terms of the area that this boss fight takes place in, I always assumed it was that massive like pond behind where Sonic and Knuckles were fighting. But because Chaos was there, the water started flooding into it or something. The only thing I don't get is you've got all these trees going around it now, so it's like a new environment, but it's, I don't know. It should really be like close to where they are, you know. Okay. I don't know though. Come on, we only have one more hit, Chaos. Let me hit you. Thank you. It's a good thing this boss listens. He's such a nice guy. Now, I believe it's going to play a CGI cutscene, so I'm going to skip over it because we've seen it in at least 2 stories. The reason I don't skip these cutscenes, in case you're wondering, it's because they say different things depending on what characters you play as. But the reason I talk over them is because you can always read the text if you want to know what they say. So, yeah. I don't want to keep things repetitive, but at the same time, I do like to show off new things, you know.
Can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah! You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going! This area sure has changed after they built this station.
Okay, I'm gonna actually talk to Knuckles. Let's talk to Knuckles.
What's the matter? What are you waiting for?
So yeah, we're gonna be flying the tornado again. Now I'm gonna actually be changing this up a little bit. So I'm gonna be showing a trick, something that you can do during this tornado section that makes it insanely easy. And on top of that, because you've already played this before, I'm actually gonna just read some random Sonic fanfiction out loud that I just found on the internet. To find this, I might put it in the description if I remember, just to give some credit. I typed in funny Sonic fanfiction, so this is probably intentionally funny, because it's Sonic Gone Wild. I don't know how you pronounce that name, like Mytonos the Rose? I don't know. Chapter 1, Waffles and Pianos. So, first off, I'm just going to explain, during this tornado section, if you just stay in this corner, you will beat the whole level. You don't have to press anything else. So let's start. Shadow awoke in the morning to his pain in the butt alarm clock. Ugh, turn that damn thing down. Shadow yelled, burying his head in the pillow. The alarm kept ringing, and Shadow kept getting annoyed. He wished he had his gun, but what? But it was over on the dresser, and he did not want to get up. Knuckles! Shadow let out a muffled yell. Knuckles slammed down into Shadow's room. What? He yawned. Shadow pointed to the ringing alarm clock, and Knuckles sighed. He walked over to it and punched it. It created a mini explosion, rang once more, and fell silent. Happy? Knuckles asked. Shadow nodded and fell back asleep. Knuckles slumped back out of the room. He was too tired to walk back to his own room, so he fell asleep in front of Shadow's door. Rouge walked up the stairs and saw Knuckles lying on the ground. She smiled and shook her head. You shouldn't even make it back to your own. You couldn't even make it back to your own bed, she thought. Rouge walked over to Knuckles and kicked him in the ribs. Knuckles woke up immediately, holding his side. What the heck was that for? Knuckles yelled. Why are you sleeping on the floor? Rouge asked. I don't know. See ya. Knuckles yelled. Knuckles replied, walking back to his room. Rouge sighed and knocked on Shadow's door. Go away, Shadow yelled from the other side of the door. Fine, Rouge muttered. I love this already. Wake up, Knuckles! Wake up! A voice yelled. Knuckles opened his eyes and saw Tails. Oh, I assumed it was Sonic, so I did the Sonic voice. Jumping on his bed. Get out of my room, Tails, now! Knuckles yelled. Please get up. Everyone else is... Tails moaned. Even Shadow? Knuckles asked. Even Shadow. Knuckles sighed and kicked Tails off his bed. He got up and stretched, then headed towards the door. He opened it to see Sonic on the other side. Holy crap! Knuckles yelled. Oh, we finished the level, okay. I'm going to finish off the rest of that fan... Well, probably not the rest of it, but some more of the fanfiction during the next Tornado level. So yeah, we get shot out the sky, and this is the part where Sonic and Tails get separated, I believe. So, yeah!
Wow, that dream brought back memories. I owe so much to Sonic. Sonic! Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's alright. The tornado's not powerful enough. If I'm gonna get that egg carrier, I need to finish my prototype. It needs a Chaos Emerald to work. Looks like I'd better find one fast.
Okay, so as you probably see there was a little cutscene, and that was it had like a little bit of backstory between Sonic and Tails, which I quite like. It's quite a nice little addition. But now we're separated from Sonic. Now I'm gonna just show off the inside here. Yeah, because I don't really think you really need to go inside there. So yeah, I may as well show it off. Okay, now I'm gonna hit the ferry because I actually can't remember where I have to go.
You must find the Chaos Emerald, but searching in the jungle is...
Oh, I remember now. Okay. I did think it might have been this one, but from what Tails said, I kind of got a bit confused. So that's alright though. Yeah, we have to head down here. I'm going to bring up the map once I get close. Okay.
Wow! There's a Chaos Emerald! Hey! Wait up! Stop!
Okay. So that's where I am on the map, the glowing yellow dot, just in case you have some trouble finding this area. It's not really too hard to find though. And you want to fly up here, jump on this switch, jump on this switch. There we go. That gets rid of the sand down here, and we're going to be entering a level that only Tails visits in his story. Well, out of the stories. You can play this level as Sonic, but you have to go into the menu and access it, which I really like that attention to detail. Like, it's one of the only levels where you can actually play as different characters, you know, and I quite like that. So the objective here is pretty much just like the snowboarding, but you know, we're on sand. And we just have to make it to the end of the level. You can get score multiplier, so every time you reach through one of these goalposts, the number at the top right hand corner goes up, and the higher you make that number go up, the higher your score will be at the end. It's just for a little bit of fun. You can get an emblem for doing it, but I won't be getting that this time around because my score isn't as high enough. And if you miss some for a certain amount of time or whatever, you will lose the score bonus. We found Froggy!